Hello, everybody. Welcome to All Villa No Filler. Please remember to like and subscribe. Incredibly frustrating. Just got back from the game. The atmosphere was absolutely rocking. It was an amazing, experience. I thought the crowd, both sets of supporters were very loud. It really felt like almost like a derby. It was really intense. Um, and I think Aston Villa should have scored about 5 goals. Didn't score, and that's why we lost. Conceded, it's becoming a bit of a pattern that we concede really stupid goals from set pieces like we did against Newcastle twice. We did it again today. First half, United didn't create a single decent chance, I think, first half. Not that I can remember. And they've gone and scored from a corner. Um, And then you're giving yourself a mountain to climb because you always know that they can just hit us on the break at some point to score a goal. But in fairness to Villa, we absolutely rose to it. I thought Villa were absolutely brilliant for most part. Actually, had a million chances. The amount of shots that just hit Anana. I mean, what you're supposed to do about it? Sometimes it's just the way it goes. Just not clinical enough. Final third, just there was so much of the play was right, and it was just that final chance just wasn't taken, and that was it. Should have scored back 4 or 5, genuinely 4 or 5 goals, and didn't take them. For United to have scored twice is just like laughable. Corner and then a cross into the area. To be fair, I didn't see how that cross came about. I wasn't. I was in. I sort of need to see a replay back of that, see exactly how that came about, but and how it was scored. And I also want to see a replay of Martinez's, in the first half, catching the ball. Did it fully go out for the goal kick that then led to the corner? Again, in the stadium, it was hard to tell. But overall, conceded 2 poor goals and didn't score one of the 10 million chances we had. So, classic Man United. Both games. How the hell have we lost 2 games to Man United this season playing the way we did in both games? It just blows my mind, really. In fairness to Villa, played really well for the most part. I thought Jacob Ramsey down the left did a lot of good work, linking it with Moreno. I thought first half we didn't use Moreno enough. I thought Moreno was constantly there and just we weren't getting the ball to him enough because it just felt like Man United could not deal with him down that left-hand side at all. Garnacho wasn't really good enough at tracking him back, I thought. I thought we should have got the ball more to him. The right-hand side, Cash and Bailey did it work brilliantly together. Not sure. I felt the left-hand side was just more threatening. I think Ramsey having space to run into was key. And I think that's what made a bit of a difference to the games against Chelsea and Newcastle, where we just looked incredibly static and couldn't get out at all. But big mistake in the game, taking Leon Bailey off. Shouldn't have happened. As soon as he came off, Villa just felt like Villa retreated, and it felt like Man United got a little bit more ball dominant again. Because it felt like Bailey and Diaby were having an amazing link up on the right hand side, and Lindelof, who gone into left back to replace Shaw, couldn't deal with it. So why Bailey came off, I don't know. It didn't work because McGinn had to play three different positions at 3 different times today. He had to play the second striker, and then he had to go once Kamara came off and went into CM. So Diaby came on to replace him, and then Tielemans comes on and McGinn moves back up again. So it's a lot to ask of him to play different roles like that all the time. I just thought we were just didn't take our chances. Need to get momentum back now. It wasn't like I say, it's not a terrible performance. It just wasn't. It was actually a really good one. The atmosphere was great. But it just feels like you've been burgled. It feels like I walked into my house and there's someone holding up all of my earthly possessions, holding up a PlayStation and saying, "I'm going to take this from you, mate." Standing there in his little mank, Paul Weller haircut. And on the train back as well with a lot of United fans crammed in. Those trains are dangerous. Just going to say it. Those trains are dangerous. They're too crammed. It's guy in a wheelchair, getting shoved around. It was terrible experience there. And and also yeah. So coming up to Birmingham from London yesterday, train cancelled. No explanation. Had to wait an hour and 40 for another one. Train today to Birmingham didn't turn up. Didn't turn up, so just had to wait half an hour for that. And then all the trains back to London tonight are just cancelled. So that's been my weekend. on top of that, Aston Villa losing. So yeah, it's been a great experience. Look, let me know what you thought of the game. Feel quite raw and pretty bitter about it, to be honest. Pretty annoyed and just fed up with like, it always happening against that particular football team. Fulham again next. A few fixtures you look at and think we could get wins in. Defensively, I'm still not sure about us. I really think we're. If you think about it, if Concert, Mings, Pal Torres are all fully fit, I think it's a. I just think it's a different experience in the last month or two. If Buendia is fully fit as well, if Ramsey is fully fit, if Moreno and Dean are not coming back from injuries that have been long term, it's just. I think all these things are slightly catching up a bit at the moment. But that said, I don't feel like that was the main factor today. It just didn't take our chances. And there you go. So yeah, let me know what you think. Up the mighty Villa.